Hello everyone. Today we're going to be talking about my $2,000 budget rifle. Hopefully 1,000 yard range capable. If I can do my part of it, of course. I'm going to talk about what's all been done to it and what is going to come also later. So enjoy. So this rifle, I think I bought for like $360 or something from Dunham's. It's a Remington 783. I'll show you that on the rifle there, if you can see that or not. It's a little dark here in my living room. Try to do it outside sometime when the weather gets a little bit nicer out there. Yeah, Remington 783 rifle. It's chambered in .308. Came with a 3x9x40 scope, I believe. With no brand on it, no brand name. I have no clue who made it or anything, but and like zero eye relief. You had to have your face within about an inch of that scope. Never got scope kissed, so I guess I was lucky. I'll show you that stock it came with. So this right here is the stock that it came with. Detachable box magazine. I think it held 3 or 4 rounds. I actually kind of like it, to be honest. I like how it's flush when the barrel's in there. It doesn't go in like that. But plastic trigger guard. I think it's like aluminum pillar bedded stock. The thing was very easy to flex, and the barrel touched actually a lot when I first got it, and I saw there's a lot of people doing stuff on YouTube to take out material on the inside to free float the barrel. So, but I had bought this rifle because I had just moved to Indiana, where we're allowed to use higher powered rifles to hunt deer with, and I'm originally from Michigan, so just now the 450 type deal has been out for a couple years, and 350 Legend just came out last year. So those are our new high powered center fire rifles we can hunt with, I guess. But anyways, so I bought the 308 to hunt deer with originally, and then kind of wanted to start taking things into the long-range precision rifle, I guess, side of stuff. But anyways, that's the stock that it comes with, and then here is the barrel. Also, I just put the end cap from the barrel that I bought. It came with on that. 22-inch barrel, 308. I don't know what the rate of twist is on this one. I think I read somewhere it was like 1 in 11 or something like that, but I don't know. So put those off to the side. So what I did is I wanted to make the stock better for sure, so I started looking around at stocks and started just going on YouTube and stuff. And then I saw that there was this video of MDT making rifles shoot better by having their type of stock is, you know, more rigid, doesn't allow flex to touch the barrel, I guess, you know. So I started looking up them, and I've seen they made this brand Oryx, which is an off-brand of theirs, I guess. It's like their cheaper version. This was about $400, just the way it sits. Just for the stock, adjustable cheek piece. It's got a shim spacer for length of pull. Yeah, that's about it. It accepts M-lock rails on the bottom there, which I ended up buying some just so I could mount my Picatinny rail there for my bipod. So anyways, I bought this. It's 100% aluminum chassis, and I really like it. I know the grips are interchangeable. I don't know what else they have out there, but for me it's just fine because I'm new into all this, so I don't really know what I like yet. But all aluminum with some plastic. Like this is plastic, and this is plastic, and that's plastic, of course, so you're not getting cold when you lay your cheek down on it. It's like a high-strength polymer. And then I bought that, bolted it up to my original stock rifle, and I actually never shot it, so I don't know what the improvements are yet because I wanted to do everything at once when I got the new barrel and my scope. So here's the scope that it did come with. I put it on my 17 HMR that I bought from Cabela's several years ago. It's a 3x9, like I said. I think it's 40, maybe 32. But works really well for my rimfire rifle. I like it. And I think this one came originally with a Bushnell, but I put that on my muzzleloader. So this one needed a scope because it doesn't have any sights on it. So that's where I put that one on. Those are the rings that it came with too, just those little, let's see if I can show you them better, screw in rings there. So I put those on this, and this thing does really, really well for hunting rabbits and squirrels, whatever, anything small pests you got. So that's all of the parts that were on the rifle originally. I started looking around to see who could make a barrel for my 308 because I wanted something that was a little bit longer for one, and then I also wanted it to be like a heavier bull barrel so it wouldn't heat up as quick type deal. And I just wanted something because also when you stuck that stock barrel into this Oryx chassis, see that distance right there? That gap? It's quite a bit. It actually looks, when you're looking from above, it doesn't look too bad, but it almost looks like the barrel, you know, obviously isn't made to fit it. And I know they make this for all types of guns, barrels, whatever. I guess the stock is probably made to one size, just different locations for obviously how it mounts to your receiver and all. So I think, I think this dimension probably is the same for all types of rifles. I'm not 100% sure, but anyways, I bought this barrel from Excalibur Barrels. They're in Montana, and then I did it with kind of whatever I wanted. So I chose a 24-inch length with 11/16 by 24 threads on the end for a muzzle brake that I'm going to machine myself when I get some spare time. I just got the thread protector on there right now with a hole cut out on it just so I can shoot still. I got this with a burnt bronze Creek Coat finish, and then 5R rifling with a 1 in 12 rate of twist. And I think they call it like a Savage Contours. What this is, that slow taper there. It's a Savage Contour. So I bought that one because I like the look of it. Based on my other Savage rifles, I just like that heavy bull barrel on it. So I did that, and I just set the headspace on the rifle yesterday. So I have not shot it with the new barrel because the new barrel came in about a week ago, but I was waiting for my go and no-go gauges. Those took a little bit of time to come. Right now we're dealing with the coronavirus, so some things have been really delayed and some things haven't. So that being said, I set the headspace yesterday on the rifle. Everything works really, really well now, as far as, you know, obviously seating it and everything. I'm going to break the barrel in today, according to how they instructed me to do it. And I will also get a video of that cleaning procedure and break-in procedure. I've never done it before, to be honest, so I'm gonna show you guys that. Yesterday I set my scope. It came yesterday also with a 3-inch sunshade. This is a 5 by 25 by 50. It's a Vortex Viper PST. It's their second generation of that model. I went with a second generation because I didn't like the shim stock, or shim stop, I'm sorry, way of the elevation turret, because my friend has one and I used it and it just seemed a little bit more clumsier to get into, whatever, and I didn't want to deal with any of that. And these are not the original rings I'm going to be running. Right now I have got Vortex medium height rings. These are some high rings for a 30mm tube that I have from another scope. So they're just on just so I can get my break-in in. Plus I just want to shoot through the scope a little bit and kind of track with it, see how well it does. But I really like the scope. I've been toying around with it. It's really, really clear. And I love, because I have a couple other scopes that are illuminated also, but I like how this one has the position where you can select a color, and then you see that number 6, and then there's a dash, and then a 7. Well, that dash in between there is off, and then every number is on. So you can find your favorite setting, turn it to 7. When you're done, you want to keep it at 7 though for next time. You don't have to scroll from 1 to 7 to get to it. You just turn it off, on, right there, and it's always at your favorite color, or I mean favorite brightness setting. So that being said, I got that mounted on, and I also bought, to do that correctly, I'll reach for this, a Wheeler Engineering scope scope mounting kit. This one comes, these are some bits that I threw in there from my other toolbox because this one didn't have the bits that I needed. So just in case, for anybody wondering, to raise this cheek piece, you need an 1/8 inch Allen, which was in these. They do supply you with some stuff, not a whole lot, right here. And I had to go get some other stuff just to make it work, because these screw rings, or these screw for the rings, are 3mm, and they don't have a 3mm on that one. I think it's like 2.5 or something. So wasn't quite right. So they don't give you a whole lot, but they have this slot here, and I wonder if you can buy more tools to kind of fill that in and have more. And then another slot also, I don't know what goes there, but I bought this kit brand new, and it was all packaged up, so I'm guessing this is how it comes. But it comes with some levels to level your base and then your scope, some thread locker. There's a ball handle drive for lapping your scope rings if you need to, 1 inch and 30mm, with the fat torque wrench is what they call it. And I use that to set the scope and level it correctly yesterday, just to try it out, because I've never done it the correct way, I guess, in my entire life. So I've always just kind of eyeballed the scope to see how it looks level or not, and been good. But now that I'm trying to reach out to 1,000 yards, I'm gonna started buying the stuff to do things right. And I also bought, to go along with it, this barrel clamp level, and these are precision ground aluminum, or yeah, I guess it's been milled, not ground, but aluminum. And then I took this piece of precision ground 4140 from my shop, because I read that it's better to base everything off the bottom of your turret down there, not flat, because I've tried this and proven it true. And I'll show you guys in a video when I get my new scope rings. I'll do a video on how to set your scope up correctly. I've thrown this little guy right here on top of my turret, not this scope, but another scope, and then I've turned the turret 90, and then I'd get a whole different level reading, and then I'd turn it another 90 and get a whole nother. So the thing's kind of canted as it goes. Like this scope here might not, because it's a nicer scope. I've never had a scope of this quality, so maybe this one won't do that. I don't know. So that's why I bought that kit. I also bought this action wrench just because I didn't know what I was going to need. Turns out I probably could have got by without it, because I work at a machine shop and we could have made that or did anything else we really wanted to make it work. So, but I bought that just in case, and it ended up not really being needed, but I have it, I guess, in case I ever need it again. And then I bought a wrench for that action nut, or I don't know, barrel nut, I guess. Yeah, barrel nut. I bought a wrench for that to get on there correctly with. These are the types of ammo. I guess they're all the same brand, but they're going to be what I'm trying to find out what my barrel likes, I guess. Like these are 178 grain, and these are 150, and then these are 165. So I'm going to shoot all three of those after I get the barrel broken, see which one the gun likes the most and groups the best with, and I'm going to start shooting that. It doesn't have to be Hornady. I just bought what was available at the shelf. On the shelf at Dunham's. Yeah. My goal with this rifle is to be able to shoot 1,000 yards accurately. That's my end goal, is to be able to hit 1,000. I'm going to work, hopefully get to 500, consistently before hunting season starts, which is only a couple months away. But I'm going on a bear hunt. I want to go on some elk hunts and, be able to shoot those 400 or 500 yard shots. So I want a rifle that is capable of doing it really accurate. And I know there's several rifles out there, but I kind of wanted to do my own thing, so this is what I'm doing. And so my end goal for this rifle would be to shoot long range and hunt with it also. Now the rifle is very heavy, and I don't know how much it weighs, but it is very heavy. So I know it's not going to be the most comfortable take along, pack along rifle, that you could take out west type deal, but I'm just going to deal with it, I guess, because it's what I decided to do. So reap what I sow, I guess. Also, I guess I forgot to mention, this is a Utg Bipod. I bought that off of Amazon for $58, something like that, a while ago. I've been looking it up recently because I wanted, this one's actually off my 450 Bushmaster. I just threw it on here just for the video so I can hold the gun up. I actually like it a lot. I see Magpul makes one with M-LOK integrated into it, but I was looking at those videos and it's made out of plastic. This is all, I believe it's 6061, which is a very high grade aluminum. This one I just like because over the Magpul one that I saw, and I've never used it so I can't say from experience, but from what I saw, like this one I can choose and lock it with whatever position I want this arm to be at. And the Magpul's only 90 degrees. Once you pull it out, locks in one position. You can't choose these positions like this and shoot from however you want. And then also this thing is capable of, I think it's a 40-degree cant. So it can pivot 40 degrees, and then it can rotate 360 degrees. And there's nothing fancy you got to do about the Magpul. You have to like loosen something on the bottom here, and then lift it up, pull it down, whatever you got to do to rotate the base to unlock it, then lock it or whatever to allow that 360 swing. Whereas this thing, you got this little screw here. It's a flathead screw, and all it does is it adjusts how tight this thing moves. Like right now, it takes a little bit of force to cant it, and takes a little bit of force to rotate it. And that's just how I want it. I don't want the thing to rotate very easily because I want to be able to feel it and hold my shot steadier. But you can adjust how hard that is to cant and how hard that is to rotate just with that screw. So once you get it set, you don't got to mess with it again based on how you like it. And I like that canting because I noticed the ones that, like on my 17 HMR, I got that bipod that I bought off of, I think it was Walmart at the time. This one here, if I cant with this rifle, this stock comes in contact with the barrel. It'll actually touch it. So I want one that can allow some cant to it. So that's why I have bought that one. And I'm actually looking to buy another one just for this rifle here, but maybe a little bit longer. I think that's like an 8 to 11 inch. 8.3 to 11 inches, whatever that is. So yeah, stay tuned for some further updates because I will be going to some ranges to shoot this rifle. My parents' house that I might go visit eventually, I can probably shoot out to 500 yards at their place in the cornfield, so I might do that after harvest. I'm not entirely sure, but there are a couple local gun shops and ranges near me that have 200-300 yards just to get this thing on paper and get it set out there, and for me to slowly work my way into the 1,000 yards. I know it's going to take time and a lot of learning, so I've been trying to do my research. If you guys have anything worth the value that could help me, just put it in the comments section and I'll try to do my best to either answer your questions or if you guys got any advice, I'll work on incorporating that into my routine as I have not quite got anything set. So yeah, that's the rifle. I've got about $2,000 wrapped up into this setup, I guess, and that's not even counting the original price of me buying the rifle, because I think the rifle is $360 right in there, $320. But this barrel was $600 because I had it pre-coated. It would have been about $100 cheaper if I had not done that. And then the stock was $400, so I got per se this was $600 and $400, so right there's $1,000. You got $50 there. And the scope was $1,000, so you're over $2,000 just how it sits now, not counting ammunition or my magazine that I had to buy separate also. The magazine is an 8-round magazine, but I've actually been able to fit 10 rounds into it, so I don't know what the deal is, if I'm not supposed to do that or not, but 308 there, and I can fit 10 rounds into this guy, so I think that was like $40. So yeah, you're looking at a little over $2,000 for this whole setup. And I just bought new rings for this that are better quality than what these are, just because of the scope. It needs to have something better on there. New rings, and I've also bought an anti-cant bubble for my scope also, so I can make sure that when I am using this rifle off freehand or something, that I'm not tilting it one side to the other too much at those longer ranges. So when all that comes in, I'll give you guys more on that, and then I'll also do a more in-depth video of like the trigger on this rifle and maybe how I had spaced it, who knows. Yeah, so tell me what it is what you just want to see next for this gun, and I will bring you guys sometime soon the video of me breaking this barrel in, so stay tuned.